Hey everyone, Mango7 here. How we doing today? Welcome to episode 3 of Mango7 Mentors tutorial guide. Before we get started here, I want to show you something that is completely dependent on what's going on in the world of Epic 7 at the time, and will be different when you're watching this. So we go up into the top here on the banner, and we can see your daily missions. This is what you have to do. You have to use 100 in energy, use 50,000 gold, and play in the arena 3 times. And then you also get to play rock, paper, scissors afterwards. You just select one of those things. It's all good. And then in the end, these are all the rewards you can get. You get 150,000 gold. You can get 600 energy, all these other things. Most importantly, these are where a lot of your Molagora come from. So absolutely make sure you're not missing Molagora through these endeavors because they are super, super important. There's also a fan art contest here, which we currently have. And all we have to do is click on vote here. Apparently all we have to do is clear stage 3-4 on normal first, so I'll do that first. But as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff in there you need to be doing. Also, something that this account cannot do yet, but I should be able to show you through friendship points here. You should basically always be buying these arena flags. You should always be buying these energy every single day. 100% of the time needs to be purchased, so keep that in mind as you move along. Those are going to be a big boost in your PvP gear and everything like that, so do not forget to buy those. And let's do our daily summon and try to replace Raz here. Basically, literally any 3-star that I don't have that has not already been used too much, I'll be using instead of Raz. So I'm just hoping for a random 3-star character here. 3-star artifact. It's okay. It could be something good. We still do need something like a prophetic candle or something. Cursed Compass increases effectiveness by 25% when attacking on the first turn. I'm not a fan of that one, so we're probably not going to be using that one. Oh well, we'll get another one soon. Oh, just kidding. We've got another summon. Let's do one more. Let's do one more, okay? One more summon. So we're gonna summon on the Covenant banner just because it's more fun. You never know what you're gonna get. 3-star character, let's go. Another artifact, no! Give us a character. And we got Sword of Morning. I really need a way to toggle my head off here. Increases attack and speed by 10% when health is less than 50%. So not terrible. I will use that on somebody, but not what we were hoping for. I'm also going to check my reputation because anytime that has a little dot, you need to make sure you're doing that too. And there are 2 more things you need to get every single week too. One of them is this Molagora here. 100% have to buy this every week. Anytime you have a chance to get a Molagora in this game, you need to do it. Has to happen 100% of the time, so keep that in mind. There's also another one in the guild, which we'll talk about later. So let's get on to the story here, and I'll come back to you guys when I have something fun to say. I forgot to mention as well, but there is also a side story going on right now. There's almost always some sort of event like this. These are super important to do. There's 4 days left in this one, so we'll click on it here. This is #1 priority in the game. You need to complete these if you can. There's a ton of things you can get from the reputation. These are just clearing stages. You'll get a ton of stuff here. So many things, but this is the important part. This is the exchange section here. All of these you can just grind out the stages. It doesn't really matter which one you grind, even if you can only do normal. Definitely worth it. And you can pick up Epic Catalyst. That's this one here. Incredibly rare. You absolutely 100% have to buy these. Even if you just start the game today, there's 4 days left. You can get them done for sure. There's also 2 normal catalysts, which also should be bought. There's a Molagora seed, and we talked about those, so those are super important too. This is the #1 priority on this list here. Giga Phantasmas are also very important. Same with accessory rune chests are not too bad, or accessory chests. I do not buy the life runes unless you absolutely need them early game. And there's 15 Covenant bookmarks here, which are summons, and we like summons. And then artifact charms and gold as just little leftovers there. So do not miss these events. Not only is the story amazing, but absolutely worth doing for the rewards. So we're finally going to learn about Awakening here. Awakening is where you get a lot of the power for your characters. They're going to try to teach us how to use Raz here and how to awaken him, but I really don't want to do that. So one thing you can do is just wait on tutorials, and I don't recommend you do this. unless you know what you're doing. And if you wait 10 seconds or so without actually clicking anything, you can just click skip tutorial. There we go. We don't have to train Raz up. But say I want to look at our girl, Helga. Actually, I think I'm more of a fan of Azalea right now. We can see each person's got a different awakening. They take different materials there at the bottom. We click on the first node, we get 3% health, 20 attack, and 60 health for a measly 5 flame runes. So we're going to do that. A pretty decent buff this early in the game. And we can also try to do the next one here, which we have to be level 24, so we can't do. But the important node here is the third one. Every character has a third node in their awakening that changes one of their skills. So we can see this one here attacks the enemy with an 80% chance to provoke for 2 turns. This is the first one. And the second one provokes for 2 turns and makes them unhealable for 2 turns. So you get a huge upgrade for a lot of different characters here. This is one of those nodes every single character you use needs to get, and it's relatively cheap. It takes 6 graders and 12 flame runes, regular flame runes. You can't see because of my head, but it's down there. And really important to do. So try not to use a character if you do not have this going, because you're missing out on one of their core functionalities as a character. Oh wow, we got level 10 too, which means we can join a guild. A lot of people don't like joining guilds because they are annoying and people don't like other people and all sorts of other things, but we're going to be joining a random guild here. And I'm going to walk you through the guild system and what you should be doing. Kind of participate as much as you can. The first thing is, guilds can really be wrong in this game, but they can really be right at the same time. We'll be getting chat soon, and hopefully that'll help it out. But if you're just joining a random guild, unfortunately, you're not going to get what you need. But hopefully you can get lucky enough that people are nice, which is probably not going to happen. But the important thing is here, we have daily reward is our check-in. Once a day, you just click that button, you get some rewards. We can also aid here, and people are always requesting runes or something like that. This is you giving them if you click this. I would never do that in a pub guild when they're asking for runes or catalysts or something. Make sure you don't do that. But if you want to get yours filled, you can try to be greedy like them and just try to search for something like this. And if you're in a real guild, the point of this system here is to transfer as many easy things as possible within each other. So for example, in my guild, we all request easy to get ores, just because we are blurry, just because that is something we can all get. And when we can all get it, we can get guild XP for the guild, and we can level up the guild and then invite more people. And we also get more individual points if we're easily able to aid everybody else. There's also donating. In a real guild, you'll want to donate as much as you can every day, just because it gets the guild more gold to bring more buffs up, and it will also help level up the guild. And proofs of courage are stuff you get from urgent missions, which we haven't ran into yet, but I'll talk about those when we get it. This is the only place to use them to donate to the guild here. Then we have our member shop, and this is why it's important to be in an active guild that really does stuff, because you can get another Molagora seed weekly here. You can get a lab compass, you can get charms, you can get catalyst chests, and you can get Terra Phantasmas, and you won't be able to get enough of these points unless you really have a guild that has the aiding going back and forth. Then we finally have the captain shop, and this is where you want to be in a guild for. You get 10% XP and 10% extra gold, but as you can see, this guild has not started the buffs, so we just kind of have to hope they do. And finally, we have weekly missions here. Again, if you're in a guild you care about, you should be completing all of these 100%. I actually think you should be completing them even if you're in a guild you don't care about, because you do get some pretty cool stuff from the gift boxes here. As for finding a guild that matters, I do have a ton of guilds on stream. We have something like 10 or 11 guilds right now that are actively recruiting, but the problem is we're kind of aiming for guild wars, so people in the super newer player base is not really a fit for them right now. But if you're watching this as a level like 45 to 50 plus player, we might be able to fit you in on stream if you come in and ask. Whew, so on to the next one, guys. Okay, so we just finished World 2 so far. Pretty easy. I've just been autoing everything. No problem. We're going to be heading over to 2S now, but I think we're going to unlock a couple things, and I think I have a couple summons, so maybe we can try to get a few more things going. I'm really just wanting to replace Raz at this point. And again, please read the story. I'm skipping it. I've read it already. But please read the story. We're heading over to the Abyss right now. The Abyss is one of the biggest sources of resources and equipment for every single account in this game. So this is very important for you to be doing every single day. And we will see here. So stop talking, Yuna. I'm actually going to skip this tutorial. Let's skip the tutorial. And we can see there are 80 floors right now. They go all the way down, and you can do 3 a day. You have 3 charges, and they reset every single day. You can also buy 2 extra charges with a single leaf, which I think you should maybe do early game. But you can see the amazing stuff you get from the rewards here. This is a one-time clear thing. Get 2 Molagora seeds here. The important stuff starts coming in the mid-20s, I think. I believe they're coming... Oh, no, maybe the mid-30s. Yeah, the mid-30s. So 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, and 38, I believe. Yeah, those ones are where a lot of people's gear comes from. This is called the Abyss set. It's a lifesteal set, and it's amazing. It's going to go on basically your best DPSer. On every single account you make. It doesn't matter. That's probably who's going to be using that set. Then if you go further down, there's another version of it at 52, and then there's another version of it at like 72. This is where a huge portion of your stuff comes from. I will be recording all the problem stages once we get to it, but for now, we'll just auto this one, get a little bit of things. These will also help you boost your awakenings early, since it's kind of hard to farm the altar, which is where we get all of our awakening upgrades. So instead, we can just get a lot of our upgrades from this. And the first couple stages are very easy, but this Abyss quickly turns into some of the hardest content in the game. So really cool to focus on. Cannot miss a day without doing these. And if you have trouble, you're stuck, there is a button called Abyss Purification. And it's okay to be stuck. A lot of people get stuck. Usually 45 is a big place to get stuck. 50, 53, 58, those are all problem stages. And when you get stuck, there is a button called Abyss Purification. So what this does is uses your token for the day if you can't get ahead. So instead of wasting your tokens, if you are stuck, just purify instead and get a little bit of rewards from it. So that's Abyss there. Let's go do some summons, I think. Because if we go over to the adventure here, we can see I have some quest rewards. So let's go get all our quest rewards here. We can see all of the things. We've got 40,000, and these are just from completing the stages. So many quest rewards. So many things to awaken. We've got some stigma. We've got some leaves. I should talk about leaves too. I will in a second. Got some crystals. Got some all-important covenant bookmarks. We've got some phantasmas, which are fodder. We'll get into those in the next episode, I think. And the final reward, I think, is a 4-star artifact. Yeah, 4-star artifact. So the best thing you can get from this is probably something like Aureus if you don't have it. Just because it's such a good artifact. And I got Hellcutter, which is very good for warriors. It's actually the exact thing I need for my account currently, but I can't use it because it's 4-star. That's different for each person, so keep that in mind. Aureus, Hellcutter are some of the better ones. Any of the Wondrous Potion ones, the healer ones, all pretty solid. I just want to get all of the things done I can here before we go summoning, just to make sure I have all of my my sky shards, because I just want to fill the void of Raz. I just want Raz gone from my team. Not that he's bad, just because I've used him before and I want to use somebody else fun. So hopefully we've got enough to summon somebody that isn't Raz. And we've got 10 bookmarks. Can we do this? Can we get something other than Raz, a 3-star character? I would love to see anybody. Jenna would be really cool. Another artifact. Oh no, we do need artifacts. We do need these. We just specifically want a character. Alatian Spear, or Aslakian Spear, decrease combat readiness by 2.5% in a single attack. Not something we're super happy with. A character, yay! Okay, what are we gonna get? Come on. Come on, something fun, something fun, something fun. Jacked. Okay, Jacked is a fan-freaking-tastic healer. maybe it's time to use Jekt. I will definitely consider using him. I really like his abilities. His third one attacks all enemies with wind magic and grants continuous healing and increased speed. Speed is an insanely good buff, and he's definitely worth doing, especially with when you soul burn his third skill. He also has an 80% chance to dispel one debuff inflicted on an ally at the beginning of each turn, so he's got Wondrous Potion, that artifact we talked about, built in to his passive, and his first skill decreases hit chance. So that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to try to fit him on my team, to be entirely honest, just because... Don't do what I'm doing, by the way. I'm only doing this just for show right now. Just because I really like his skill set, and people have such a hard time getting healers early game. So we're just hoping for more characters now. I'm not sure who I would need. I have Aether, I have Jekt, I have Azalea, and I have Helga. So I have a team of 4 right now. But it'd be interesting to see who else we can play with, especially looking for a Thief right now to fill in the quest rewards. Because right now I cannot fill the 3-star quest rewards. So we got a 4-star artifact here. Which should we get? Okay, we got Water's Origin. This one is if damage taken exceeds 20% of max health, recovers 8% health, and increases combat readiness by 10%. It's a pretty solid artifact, but honestly not too important. It's one of the worse or weaker. I guess it's situational, not weak. Another character. Nice. What are we going to get? Give us something fun to work on. Ah, Hazel.
I'm Hazel Stressa, Black Sheep, clerk of the Student Council.
So Hazel is one of the best healers right now, and she's only going to get better. As of this video, she does not have her specialty change yet, and we will talk about that in future episodes. Again, there's so many things I can only cram in so much in each episode, but she's already really good now, and if I was playing for the best characters on my account, I would definitely be using Hazel. That said, I'm not going to use her just because so many other people will be using her, and we already know she's good, and I've experienced so much of her already that not a character I want to test out, because I will be 5-star or 6-starring her on my main. Absolutely. So I'm pretty excited now to get rid of Raz. Again, not because he's bad, just because I want to try other people, and we're going to put Jekt there. That means we have 2 people to try to tank for us. I can either try to get Helga to tank or Aether to tank, and if we have an artifact called Prophetic Candle, I would absolutely use my Aether to tank and give him that, but we don't. We're going to keep Aether in the back for now and just try to gear up Helga with the tankiest stuff we have just to make her survive. So we have a 2 defense set here, have a health set, so we might as well fill in a health set here. This one has health percent and a health set, so that gives us a pretty big boost of 18% HP just from that. I'm also going to be taking off her boots to give her something else defensive. So what we will do is see if we have a weapon to change instead. Either a defense weapon or an HP weapon. We're going to go with defense because she doesn't scale off anything. Yeah, she doesn't scale off anything, and I think our defense boots were better here because we've got 3% health. I will talk about gears and why flat stats on the right side are bad later, but for now, they're super okay as your sets are going to be the majority of your stats. So let's do the 3% attack one here. There we go. And now hopefully Helga is tanky enough to stay alive. Pretty cool to get that. And as for Jekt, ideally we want him on a speed set, but we can't access any speed sets yet. So the first thing we're going to do is check out all of his abilities, and we see he doesn't scale off anything at all. So we honestly don't really care what he has. So I'm going to try to give him as much speed as possible. We have a health set here with speed. We have no accessories, that's fine. Health, defense, effectiveness, that's a really good chest, probably better off on our Helga there. So we're going to take it anyway, just because. And we've got 2% health on that chest there, that helm, and now we want to finish it off with another health set. Just make him as tanky as possible. If you're not sure what to do early game, giving people health sets is a pretty safe bet. We've also got this weapon at +4 right now. We're going to pour some more into it. Basically, every piece of gear we have, we're going to pour into it. It's because it's the best thing we have right now. And getting some more stats is always welcome. We're not going to eat this sword just because somebody else will be able to use that soon. Ideally, I would like to put that on Aether. Yeah, so actually, let's just do that now. Let's put that on Aether right now. And that means we have 5 pieces of an attack set. So we want to take one of these attack sets off for a defense set. And if we have any good defense piece, it doesn't really matter which one we put on. But we're going to put on this one just because it's got a little bit of health there. And then we're going to just leave it like this. We could upgrade that, but it's not going to help out too much. So Aether's now as good as can be. And we might as well equip some sort of something on her. So let's do this one. Not the best artifact. Ideally, we want Prophetic Candle on her or something like Ranan's Memorandum as a 3-star, but it'll do for now. As for Jekt, we will do decreases combat readiness. I honestly, these are so bad it doesn't really matter which one we put on. And there we go. That's going to be our team. So we're going to try a little harder to get this team going. And I'm pretty excited to test out Jekt here. So I think that was all we needed to talk about for now, right? We talked about our Sanctuary. We just got another Breath of Orbis too, so we can unlock the next piece. So let's improve this. We have enough money for it too, which is nice. And that unlocks another slot, so we're just going to start a Spirit Well here. So Phantasms are the important part. And also, a lot of our gold comes from penguins. So I'm going to transmit all of my penguins right now. Just because they give us a little bit of gold. So we'll just do that. And that's our only penguin. You might have more. It gives us 6,000 for the baby ones. This might be worth using on somebody instead of that 6,000 gold at the start. If I had a green penguin to use on Jekt, I would probably just do that just to get a little bit of boost on him. And I keep forgetting about the things we have to do, so let's go awaken some characters. Remember, we just did the Abyss, so we got a few upgrade things. So we can upgrade Abyss's, or Jekt's speed here. We can also upgrade Jekt's, just kidding, we can't. I guess we can only do the first one for now, but let's do the first one on all of our characters. Every little bit of stats helps. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And they're almost level 20 as well, so let's just go on back here. I think we've done Helga already, or did we do Azalea? It looks like we did Azalea, so there we go. That's all the upgrades we can do for now. I think that's it, and I think we can keep on going on with the story. My goal right now, in my head, my priorities right now are number 1, get as far into the story as I can. Number 2 is finish off the side stories before they end. I will push in the main story until I think I need to farm the side story before it ends, and then I'll go to the side story. So that's what's going on in my head right now. And I'm also hoping to get in a better guild just because I don't have any buffs, and I want my buffs. And finally, one last thing before we go today is it's really important to have good friends on your side. If you are having any sort of problems with the combat, try to ask in Twitch chat, in my Twitch chat, for example, for people to help you out and add you as friends, and they'll help you out, and then their characters can pretty much solo the entire game up to 10-10. So keep that in mind. If you're ever struggling, that's a really good way to power through stages. That said, I won't be doing that here. I'll only be using basically whoever's given to me or somebody around my levels. So I'll try to do it without friends, just to kind of show you guys what's up. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I will see you all later. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay, so we have one more daily summon here. Then we're going to go try the new lab. Still hoping to fill that 4th slot. Still not really happy with the full team yet. Hopefully we can get something. Prophetic Candle, I think, would be the best thing we can get at this point, just to try to get something. Okay, so we got Clury.
A mercenary. My motto is minimum effort, maximum reward, so don't give me anything too difficult.
So Clury is basically the most overpowered character in the game right now. I'm not going to be using her just because I know how good she is. I've seen her used. I have her on 2 different accounts already that I play, so we're just going to pretend she doesn't exist right now. But she would be actually a pretty terrible addition to the group until you have her 5-star max and everything. She really excels later in the game. So I don't think I'm strong enough to do this yet, since I just changed out my Raz for Jekt instead. But we're gonna try, and we'll just see how far we can get here. We've got our little baby Jekt in the back, so as long as he doesn't get hit, I think Helga can tank great enough. But if we look at this map the same way we always do, we can see two little things right on the top left and the top right. That pretty much signifies there's going to be a chest here and a chest here. But because there is a wall right here, a wall right here, and walls right there, we can tell this is our area we need to go to right there. So we're gonna try to make it there. I know what the boss is of this stage, and I don't know if I'm strong enough with my gear. I'm hoping I am, but we should be okay. I should be able to just rely on our boy Arky here. This should also be pretty solid XP for Jekt too, so pretty happy about that. Anyways, I'll see you in a little bit once we get to the boss area here, and we'll try to take him out. Okay, so we're at the boss here. A lot easier than I expected, so we should be super fine. She's not gonna kill anybody.
Don't get sassy with me.
It would be nice if we had our attack buff here. That would be amazing. And we're just trying to defense break, so let's get a defense break on. Nice, we even hit it. And then just get some damage done. Very, very easy. Okay, I was really worried about this, but I don't know why I was. I forgot how early game we are.
Need to do my best. I'll help you.
I'm just gonna auto. I trust my team. You have to put trust in your team in this game. Hope we can break this shield. Oh yeah, we can with that big damage. Definitely Azalea doing most of our damage at this point.
Forever.
This should hurt.
I pledge myself.
As long as it's not on Jekt. Oh, it's on her, yeah. We'll be fine, we'll be fine. We're gonna get Azalea's attack in, and then we are going to use the doggo. And I think this is good enough. We might lose somebody, but oh well. Okay, that's not enough. Doggo does not do enough with our power right now. So we are, I'm going to extend the buff because this has a 50% chance with a crit. Actually, there's no way we're gonna crit. Let's just go for the defense down. And then if we can get the Azalea hit.
Time to demonstrate my power.
And now we can try to get the doggo kill. I really don't want Helga to die because I want to clear a little bit more to try to get
I'll do my best.
to try to get the chest. And I won't be able to do that with Helga dead, but it's not looking good. It is not looking good. If that's on Helga, she is super dead. That's not on Helga. Nice. Really bad targeting by that boss. Got the stun off though, which is kind of unfortunate. So I'm gonna bring attack buff up. I hope Jekt is faster than Azalea.
I fight for Eton.
Unfortunately not. If Jekt was faster than Azalea there, we would have removed the debuff on Azalea. But we should be fine, unless this very last hit kills somebody. Oh!
Try me.
Just barely did it. Okay, so we should kill her. Nice, 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 nice. No deaths. Hype on that. So we are absolutely going to use our 2 potions, because that was really close. So let's go see what kind of chests we get for the end of this. We're going to talk to this guy here. We're not going to go in there yet. That's the exit. We want to get a chest. So there's going to be an item over here or over here. I cannot remember which way is which. We're really hoping to go for the one with the piece of equipment first instead of the sky stones. So we made it to the top right chest, and did we get the 50-50? Ah, ha, ha. So rude. Okay, so we have to try to make it over there now. And as I'm saying this, I super screwed up. So if I had gone to this little area here, I would be able to teleport there now instead. But I screwed up, so I have to walk back. There's no way I'm going to have enough morale to walk back and go the right direction. So one thing that's possible you can do is, even though I've already cleared all this, what I can do is yield out of this battle and go back in. It doesn't take any tokens, and then I can just do the whole scenario right. I can go up like this, like this, like this, kill the boss again, go up here to get this little area. Then I could move over here, get the chest, teleport back here, move down here, and I should have enough morale to do everything. I'm going to try to push it here. I think with a decent camp, I might be able to make it. So I'm going to go see what I want for my camping, and we'll bring this up for you guys too. So we have Helga. We have Azalea. We have, who else is in there? Aether. And we have the fourth one is Jekt. So hopefully we get like a 20 plus here. 28, wow. Okay, that's really good. We might be able to make it. Aether, Heroic Tale, and Azalea Advice. Really, really good morale booster. I love when you just randomly bring a team in and they just happen to work really, really, really well together. Just for reference, that's better than my main's morale because I didn't plan it out on my main, but still better than that, which is pretty nutso. Okay, so let's get our chest. We're gonna get Uberid's chest here. Uberid's armor, sorry. And then we're gonna exit out over here, and I have to make the walk back, but luckily ads don't respawn, so we'll see you at the end here. We'll take a look at this armor, we'll find out who to put it on, and definitely do some upgrading on it. So see you in just a little bit. And our spoils here. Uberid's armor, again, everybody's gonna get the exact same piece, but the upgrades we get are gonna be different. Really, really, really just solid chest for anybody tanky. So I always like to put this on whoever is tanking on my front line, just to give them a little bit of a boost. So let's just go make sure we can't do any more summons because I'm addicted to summoning. It doesn't matter where I'm playing. Addicted to summoning. Doesn't look like we can. So let's go boost up some gear. I think I'm going to put this on Helga. Yeah, I'm going to put this on Helga, I think, here. Helga, she is using a pretty decent chest piece. But we'll take that off. We will take that off. So we've got all sorts of cool things on that one there. So let's just upgrade it as far as we can, because this is going to be one of our best chests for a long time. What I'm going to do is sort by level and just feed the lowest level stuff. Kind of have to be careful about what you feed, but in general, as long as you're not feeding anything too important, should be okay. Like, be careful not to feed into your story gear like the Uberid stuff. We got HP, so we're hoping for speed. Defense is great too. Any sort of defensive stats or speed will work just fine. And as we talked about earlier, I think we did, at +3, +6, +9, we're going to get a different substat. So we're not going to put it to +10 because all we're going to get is a little bit of flat defense. So when we can get this to +12, that's when we'll do the next push in the upgrading. That's a huge defensive change for her. And we can see here we are now using... yeah, we'll put this off. We were now using only one piece of defense set, or one heart set, so we had to put up a second just to get the set bonus. And as for other gear, we also picked this up, which is huge, huge, huge. 4 defense, 1 speed versus 3 HP there, so we're going to put that on instead. Did we get any other gear to fix things up? We kind of did here. Effectiveness, crit chance, we'll change that one. No reason not to. As for the head, it's going to be hard to beat that 3% HP right now, so we'll stick for that. And we also have Uberids here. We want to keep upgrading this anytime we can just to get it to the next stage, and we can bring it to +9. And as we talked about, we'll get a substat increase here. I'm secretly hoping for speed, 2 speed, or some attack is my hope. But anything works. We got attack, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah, so there we go. I will see you next time we do something important. So a lot of people here are kind of recommending the same sort of units. I'm really hoping to pick up one of them in my daily summon. So we're going to try some summons out here and just hope... Ooh, that's another summon. Just hope we get somebody. I'm specifically wanting to do Aether for sure. I seem to really enjoy Aether. I want to try to do Azalea. I want to try to do Helga. I want to try to do Jenna. That's my proposed team. I'm going to give it my best to see if that works. I already know Jekt is good, so I don't really want to use Jekt too much because I think it'll be way too easy with Jekt. So I want to try those, and that's one less healer too because we only have Aether at that point. So I still need to summon Jenna. Here's hoping we can get that done. There's also some 3-star artifacts we're really hoping for too. So just gotta cross our fingers we get them. Specifically, we really need Prophetic Candle. Like, that is one of the cornerstones of the early game accounts. Really, really, really need Prophetic Candle. I think we have 3 summons here, hoping for Jenna. I really, really, really just want Jenna. That would be the best thing I can get here. So weird to say the best thing I could get is Jenna. Not this guy. I am not using this guy. And the thing is, a lot of these units will be fine, if not better, but I won't enjoy using this guy. That's why I don't want to do it. I will keep coming back to this every day if I've got somebody like Jenna or Carrot or Helga or Azalea to come back to, but I'm not going to come back to that guy. Let's be real here. Come on, 3-star character! Ah, okay. It's still a chance for Candle. Candle could change some things here too. It's a totem. And I think last summon. Ooh. So sad. It's so hard to get things. Maybe it was in my selective. What's in my selective? I never actually... Turner Guard, Misty Chain. Misty Chain was one of the ones I wanted to use too. But I know she's good, so I don't wanna use her. There's no Candle in there either. So we're just gonna leave that there, super duper ripped. And we will go take a walk towards... Wow, we're 6 away. Let me go check a couple things. We can definitely get that pretty easily. So let's go do Abyss a little. As you can see, I haven't been keeping up just because I've been trying to get things done on video for you guys. So I specifically am trying not to actively do stuff unless you're here. So I'm going to go into Zone 3. Why don't we just take a trip down Lab Lane today and kind of see where things are. I've been cycling in this little guy here just in place of Helga just to complete some quests in the main story. So let's take a look at this lab here and just I want to do this with every lab and just analyze them. To be completely honest, I don't remember where anything is, so I'm really bad at that. But we can pretty easily see what's going on this map. So there's a locked door here, so obviously we have to do something up here. There's also a little exit to the side here, so there's probably a chest of some sort there. I also find it kind of weird. This goes up like this, so maybe there's something back there. And overall, I can see my route ahead of time. I'm going to go up here, go like this, down this way here, and then just make a beeline for this area here. If I can't make this area on the first run, it's okay. We'll exit out right around here, and then we'll clear this one for next time and get into the next area. So let's go see what happens. I'll see it in a little bit here and keep you updated with how this lab is going. Okay, so we're making our way up to the bottom here, folks. I just ran into Hoochie, who is very annoying, and he's the greatest merchant. Yeah, I'm definitely building Azalea. I am absolutely loving Azalea's damage here. I'm loving the speed debuff. Speed debuff is really, really important. I wish there was a way to... Ooh, we can't die here. We cannot die. Don't hit Helga. No! Okay, so... I picked a good time to start talking. As you can see how important defense down and stuff is. Like, just got bodied the second she got defense down. One of the reasons why these mice are so freaking annoying.
Time to demonstrate my power.
So we do have another chance to revive here without using Sky Shards, because this is our second run in to the lab right now. It's not a continuation of the last one. So we can try to 3-man. I know there's a boss coming, which is why I'm kind of concerned right now. There is definitely a boss in that little side area. And there she is.
Time to demonstrate my power.
And she is fire, which makes it kind of difficult. I'm actually going to burn this just to get an extra turn on our regen. Wow, okay, she's very much going to hurt. So...
I won't miss.
Oh yeah, we can do this. Ooh!
I will rip you into...
So whenever you see a boss like this, it's very important to read their skills, because I know what Carmen Rose does, but I don't know what this Carmen Rose does. This is Carmen Rose, by the way, for those of you confused. So she has, when loses more than 20% of the max health, performs action twice consecutively. So by that big hit we just did, it gave her a second turn. And she has a 30% chance to increase combat readiness to 100% at the beginning of an enemy's turn. Okay, so this is going to be very, 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 very tough, but we're going to try it. We can maybe get a couple really good Archies in to get the kill, but I'm honestly thinking like I should just say screw it and burn my souls here, try to get my souls up, and use them on my revive when I have Helga alive here. This is gonna hit for more than 20. Oh, it's not. Oh yeah, we're gonna need Helga for this. We might actually have to come back to this a little later and see what we can do, because this is the hard boss. So let's do our retry here. I think if we get attack buff off right at the start,
Don't get sassy with me. Damn it, shoot.
that should help out. I'm also not going to burn this time, just because I don't think the fight is gonna last 3 turns.
Is it my turn already?
I'm gonna try to get
I'll take this.
speed debuff, but we got speed debuff, but she's gonna go twice, so it's gonna get rid of the speed debuff.
Need to do my
That is kind of unfortunate,
Be healed.
but she was about to go anyway, so it was okay for me to trigger that second turn there. And we are really just hoping for a defense down here, but
You'll be ragged.
I was gonna say,
Rip you into...
but because our Helga is wind right now versus fire, the very, very small chance to actually crit or land a debuff. So kind of funny we actually got one there. I'm just gonna do some basic attacks here. We decreased their hit chance.
Wait, stop
So we can
there.
definitely get this done here. We just need to go like
Let's
this,
get them.
and we are donezo. Okay, so that was very tough. That should not be that tough, but it is what it is. And this should be an Uberid's piece here. Yep, this is Uberid's helm. That is going to be a huge boost to Azalea's damage. So we're definitely going to upgrade that right after this.
Time to demonstrate.
And this is
my
another
power.
piece of gear that I'm basically using still on my main account, or pretty close to anyway.
Is it my turn already?
So let's keep this going.
I'll do my best.
I want to keep Azalea alive. I'm just trying to get to that little exit. It's so important to try to eke out as much as you can out of your out of your labs, just because the extra ancient coins you get will be used to upgrade rings and accessories later.
Is it
But
my
I don't
turn
think I'm gonna
already?
push further than this, because there's no way we can take another team here, and there's no way we can get here. But there is a chance we can backtrack and go over here, and there's no enemies. So I'm going to go take a look at that. That's so bad of an idea. Oh, Mango, that's a terrible idea. It's the worst idea, but we're gonna try it. We're going to try it. So we need there not to be an enemy there, and there is. So we're just gonna give up now. We'll go backwards and head out, and let's go upgrade our gear, because obviously we need a little bit of a gear upgrade.
You've become stronger.
In theory, you shouldn't be at this place yet, because just because of the way I'm doing things for the video, I'm a little underleveled. And we can see our helm here. We've got attack, crit chance, and effectiveness on that. Pretty good weapon for helm, especially if we get any of the middle 2 stats are the important ones. And that's about it we got from there. So let's go take a look at that helm and give it a good ol' upgrade. Azalea here. Yeah, this is going to be pretty big. Like, look at the difference in stats here. Not only are we going from 51 to 174 health, which is kind of big right now, we're also getting a ton more stats. So we're definitely doing that. And we are feeding this charm as well, and we're also going to try to feed it as much as we can. The goal when we upgrade these is to bring it to +3 or +6 is what I'm trying to do. I'm only going to make it to +3 unless we get a good or a great from this, which is a really low chance to get extra XP basically. But here's hoping. We got a good, but we got flat attack, so it was a 25% chance to get a useless-ish stat, and we got the useless one, but that's okay. That's okay, we'll try again. Hoping for like 6% attack or something. And we got effectiveness, which is not terrible, but it could have definitely been better. She does have a good amount of debuffs. She's got decreased speed, got provoke, and that's it. So it's not terrible, but that could have turned out way better. And this just goes to show how much of an RNG difference is between pieces of gear. Like, for example, if I had upgraded this a couple more times or got different results, I could be sitting here with an 18% attack helm, which is vastly superior than what we got here. But it's all RNG, and we are okay with that. I just want to see if there's any other pieces of gear we really can upgrade. It's not looking like it, but we can probably get her a little tankier here. So what we're going to do is give her an attack necklace here. And this is going to allow her to use a defensive pair of boots here. And we are just going for the set bonus here. So we can get a defensive pair of boots with 2% attack. That keeps her attack set there. And then we can use this defensive ring here. Yeah, let's use this one here. And that fills up her defense set. Usually it's really wrong to force sets like I'm doing right now, but at the early stages, it's super okay to do so.
To the infinite library.
Daily summon time again. Let's see what we get here. Ooh, that'll be great once we finally hit ML time. That was a gold transit stone, by the way, which is only for after you finish 10-10, so we'll talk about that a lot later. Restart artifacts. So hoping for prophetic candle. We need the candle. Let's make it happen. It's not a candle. It'll do. As expected, we have a new game mode coming. This is Arena, and a lot of people are really not a fan of Arena, and I don't blame them. Arena in or PvP in games like this are not always the most fun, and they're oftentimes very competitive. This is a little bit of both. I love the PvP in this game. I'm not really ready to do it yet. So I'm just going to give you a couple tips I have. If you're the type of person who doesn't really enjoy PvP, the problem is the rewards are really good, so you really need to be doing PvP, unfortunately. But there's a couple ways we can go about it if we ever get past this thingy here. Perfect. I'm just going to keep skipping. Perfect, there we go. So now that we have free reign here, the first thing I recommend you do is just keep your defense as weak as possible. You want to get attacked as much as possible, which pushes your rating down as much as possible, and then it also makes it so your battles are easier since you're facing easier people. What I do is just put up a Verdant Seed there, any sort of unit. Actually, I'm not going to do Verdant Seed because if I do Verdant Seed, I'm going to be unable to fodder it, so I'm just going to do my Azalea instead. And the reason why I do this is because the rewards right now for PvP are not that great. You get a good amount of crystals or sky shards for ranking up. So if we go to, I think it is info. Yeah, if we go to League Info, we can see all the promotion rewards you get here. All the information's right here. But it does get harder as you go up. The one thing I can say is you should always spend your arena flags every single day, every single time. Try not to keep them capped because it really does add up. And I always fight the NPCs just because they're easier. You have higher difficulty ranks of them too. Once you unlock the last NPC, if you beat him on normal, he unlocks in hard. If you beat him on hard, he unlocks hell. So that's the way to unlock the higher reward PvP things here.
Nobody can escape me.
But the way I do PvP is I literally just auto it. I don't feel like focusing on it too much, but I don't want to lose the rewards. So I just auto. It means I lose 50%, but it doesn't bother me, and I still get a good amount. In terms of progression, focusing on PvP is just not really a good thing right now. So super late game, you definitely can, or if you want to do it for fun, you can definitely make a team that works. Another great way to spend yours fast, if you're the type of person who doesn't even want to wait to lose, is you can just hit this little pause sign and hit yield, and that yields you out and gives you, I think, conquest points, which will add up over time. It is definitely better than not getting any. I'll go over the gear in the shop in just a little second here and show you what we can get with our PvP. A couple things that are a must buy, and then there's a couple things that you should definitely be getting, like the PvP ring. Definitely one of the best pieces of power at early level in your game. We got our little 2 sky shards here
You all right? Yes.
and 3 conquest points. So what I do if I don't really want to PvP, I just go in like this. These are all bots right now, but it'll refresh it after.
Legendary, your hero is here.
I just go into battle, hit the little thingy here, and then yield out. Just a really fast way to get rid of your things. It's better than not using them. You get a measly 2, but it is still something. And if we go to the shop, bottom left button down here, there are 2 things for PvP to buy. One is you need to buy the flags from Friendship every day. That's really important. That's an extra 5 flags. That's 2.5 hours, I think, worth of regen, and it definitely adds up. And the other are the Molagora seed. This has to be bought every single week. It is the limiting source of power in this game, basically. And it's something you're always going to need more of. So 100% have to buy this every week. It's worth refreshing your PvP if you're starting the game at the end of the week, which is Sunday night, I believe. It's worth refreshing as much as you can just to get this. After that, there are 4 pieces of gear right now. The axe, armor, helm, and ring. The ring is the best out of the 4 pieces, especially for power early game. After, it really depends on what you're going for, but I like the helm or the weapon. And after that, there is the Unknown Slate, and this is a 5-star memory imprint. That doesn't really mean much to you now, but it will later. It's one of those things you won't be getting until like rank 60 or higher, so don't really consider that yet. And one more thing to note is that the shop is currently refreshing. The PvP season is currently ending, I mean, on the 20th of February. So these items will be changed to something else, we think. We're not sure how it's going to work yet, but keep in mind that these may be changing by the time you're... Let's go back out here and see what else we can get done. Oh, we have enough to summon. We have enough to summon. I just really want to get a Jenna.
A customer.
Just give us a Jenna. Fill the hero journal. There we go. Give us a 3-star. Oh, I hate this game, of course. Bazaar, no, I want to use him so bad. No. Oh. For those of you who don't know, this is my husbando in this game. I want him on my main so bad. He is super husbando. He's got different color eyes. He's got a dispel and unable to be buffed. He's also got an AoE here that decreases hit chance. And he's got a buff transfer on his first skill. He's also voiced by Matt Mercer. So that is the cruelest thing I've ever seen. For those of you who don't know, the rarity of 5 stars is nuttersly low. So that is something that does not happen every day. The fact that that happened on my alt is nutso. So pretty sad about that because I cannot use them. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. Ooh, maybe that's enough to summon another one. I can't believe that. Yeah, we can get one more summon. So we need a 3-star hero. No more 5 stars, please. Okay, we got an artifact. Again, Prophetic Candle really enables this account to do insanely well. So we're really going to need to get that Prophetic Candle soon. Okay, on to grinding again. Oh, figures.